We have Ravi with us. Ravi, last night we were talking at length about this entire campaign. And tell us about the evolution of Banega Swasth India and its journey, how it scaled up over the years.
First of all, thank you NDTV for being a wonderful partner with us for over 10 years now. We're in 11th season. I recall the initial days when we started with the Swachh bus, which visited few villages in India. We hardly had the concept of volunteerism at that point of time. Very fairly saying, like, we have 200,000 plus volunteers with us. This is on the top of the 100 partners whom we work with day in and day out. The whole force behind it is basically the state governments, the national government, and the kind of support what we get from our civil society partners. As Gaurav was there on the first panel, he talked about Plan India, Mamta, he talked about Jagran, he talked about many others. We initially were focusing on some parts of India which were termed at that point of time Bimaru states. So largely in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, and a mix of all that. And then the whole concept, there was a discussion where our G20 own Sherpa, Amitabh Kanji, talked about the aspirational districts in India. And we need to move our needle from, working in from the Bimaru to more concentratedly, more focused areas. We went to the aspirational districts. And by last year, our global CEO promised like we will be tripling our impact. From the aspirational districts, now we have reached to the aspirational blocks. The 5 key elements under the aspirational blocks, under those 5 elements, 2 things we are very, very sincerely working on and which are of our, top priority. One is making, in the whole education vertical in the aspirational blocks, focusing on education and that to the hygiene education. Second is how we focus more and strengthen the vertical on the primary healthcare. By the end of next year, we will reach around all the 500 aspirational blocks across India. Some of the early successes also I want to talk, Ayushmann, in this. One of the very early successes was our work in Maharashtra, in Nandurbar and in Amravati districts, where the maximum number of children were dying because of the malnutrition, by stunting, and by other opportunistic infections. We took the challenge, we reached there, and a lot of people asked us, like, are you going to stay? Is your intervention is going to stay, and for how long? The intervention has stayed there, intervention has showed the result, and is a part of the Niti Aayog's best practices for the last year. Out of 10 best practices, 2 best practices come from our interventions, from our projects. And then now 2 other states requested us to do the same work. One state is Gujarat, which is Prime Minister's own state, and the second state is Rajasthan. So from Maharashtra, we have taken the intervention to Rajasthan as well as Gujarat. Looking into the success now, there are other states which are also opening up for the intervention. And we also took some baby steps with the school bus. We reached to 2,500 schools. There was a big time when, when I was asked, like, what is this 7,500 schools? India is a big country. It's a big challenge. Can we not scale up? Absolutely. Can we not do it more diligently? And yes, we took up the challenge under the guidance of our leadership and the support from the government and the civil society. And this year, I'm very proudly telling you, we have touched 1 million schools across India.
Wow.
And amazing. We are able to create 35 billion plus hand washing occasions with these school kids.